Hello and welcome on Watches TV, and we're at the fourth season here in Geneva by j&co with Mr. Benjamin Arabov, acting CEO of the brand. We're going to talk about some new watches, especially one that is seems like kind of a new direction for you guys.
Yes, well, first, it's really great to see you, Marc-Andre. Always love seeing you, and personally a big fan.
Nice to hear.
So today I would love to talk about the Jean Bugatti watch. The Jean Bugatti watch was created to honor Jean Bugatti. For those who don't know who he is, he was the son of Ettore Bugatti. Ettore started the Bugatti company in the early 1900s. Jean Bugatti was a creative, he was an artist, he was a designer. He created cars that go on auction now for $40, $50, $60 million. He took the company into a new design direction, and this watch in itself is taking us into that new design direction. It's a little bit more classy compared to our watches like the Chiron or Astronomia, which has a very large, strong presence on the wrist. This is cased in a 46 millimeter case, which is not as small as 40 millimeter or 41 millimeter, but small for us as a brand. And of course, super complicated. So we have, this watch has a double retrograde 30-minute digital chronograph, and also a double flying 60-second tourbillon.
And the watch, it indeed definitely pays a tribute to the automotive world, because you see these kind of gauges like this. Exactly what are we talking about in terms of not only the retrograde, but also in terms of how the minutes are expressed?
Okay, so the center of the watch is focused on the chronograph, and the concept, the design concept was pulled from a speedometer in the old Bugatti cars, and the outer rim focuses on the time.
Yeah.
So, the main focus is the chronograph and the speedometer looking like design, and then the outer rim is focused on the time.
But for the chronograph, you have another regulating organ, high frequency regulating organ for that, right?
Yes, so we have the tourbillons that just focus on the time. Then we have a wheelbarrow that's just focused on the chronograph. So that has also in itself a separate power reserve. So that's a 2-hour power reserve, and then the watch in itself has a 50-hour power reserve.
And is it a watch that now we see it really in this kind of blue Bugatti type of color? Is it something that you're going to do different variants of it?
Yes, so we came out with 2 models. The first model was white gold with blue steel type of dial, really made for like a modern type of look. Yeah. And then we made a rose gold version with the sandblasted grayish brown dial, which really gives it that vintage vibe. It looks like it was found in a safe that's been, that hasn't been opened for 50 years or something like that.
And I guess it must have been quite important technical development for your team, right?
It was one of the most difficult complications for us to create. We've been working on this project for 3 years, and quite frankly, Mark, we almost gave up on it about 6 months ago when we couldn't make it work. But with the wonderful team that we have, and Jacob constantly pushing our engineering team, pushing our research and development team, and pushing our movement suppliers, we were able to accomplish it.
All right, so let's talk about other type of watchmaking, a little bit more funky, of course, talking about the Batman. Tell us also about these new watches.
Awesome, yes. So the Batman was a really exciting partnership, and how it came about was like every year we like to partner up with other brands or other movies that align with our concept. Which is to be different, and also who doesn't want to be Batman, right? Billionaire by day and fighting crime at night. So we reached out to Warner Bros. They were super excited to work with us because of our success that we've had with Godfather and Scarface, and we designed what we think to be a really cool concept, because a lot of the elements of the watch was inspired by the Batman franchise. The case is inspired by the Batman suit. Like we have these rigid edge lugs that really sit well on the wrist. We have the crown that was inspired by the Batmobile tire. We have the tourbillon cages that was inspired by the grappling hooks, which is a really cool feature, right? Because tourbillon cages are tourbillon cages, right? But we took it to the next level. And we have a beautiful bridge on the back of the watch of the Batman logo as well.
Okay. And there too, you have like two variants of this one, right?
Yes, we created a gold version, and that gold version is for Bruce Wayne, so during the day, and then we created a black version for Batman.
Okay, well, that's a nice little thought there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and I guess also, I mean, those watches will soon be available on the market, because the ones that we've managed to film are still kind of prototypes, right?
Yeah, so we have the prototypes here, and we've already sold a bunch. We're going to start delivering in Q3, Q4 of this year.
All right. Well, congratulations to you, and thank you again for your time.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
Good to see you.
All right, bye, guys.